I'm Moss I work for Moss Jaguar. We're E-type specialists and I'm an apprentice at Heritage Skills Academy. As you can see, it's in a bit of a state at the moment. We've been doing a lot of work to it, but it's slowly coming back together. And yeah, should be finished quite soon. I've had this car in for a few weeks now. It's quite a good job, so it requires a fair bit of time. Right, so let's have a look here. This was the original engine frame. As you can see, quite full of holes. It's been heavily modified at some point and not really safe for use anymore. Bit of welding there. They're quite prone to rusting and corroding through, and back in the 80s they're all very dodgily repaired. So this is where it was in the car. You can see the new one in there. It's fitted up well enough in the end, after a bit of trial and error. So yeah, all the mechanics going back together, uprights are on, suspension's going back, radiators back in. Big job this. Probably easier to take the engine out. Let's move on to something else. Let's see. I'll bring you through the workshop. There's Murray. Into our restoration room. This is where the magic happens. One of our restorations there. And then that's James. This is my project. Unfortunately, I don't own this. Wish I could. Yeah, this is what I've been working on. So that's 1962 3.8 again. Drop head roadster. It's been with us a little while. The owner lives in France. It's a lovely looking car. The paint on this is just incredible. And they did a really good job of it. Really good job. So this came to us as a shell, and yeah, we're putting it back together. Very lucky. Unfortunately, we didn't take this car apart, so a few bits are missing here and there, but we're working through it. Got the upgraded Cool Cats fan there. Really helps with cooling on these cars, and this will be having an upgraded radiator as well when that goes in eventually. I'll take you around the back. This is all the dynamatting we put in, and really helps with the sound deadening. Panel drumming, stuff like that. It's really good stuff. Put that all through the interior, all in the boot of the car. It's yeah, great stuff. Here we have another one in a similar state. Again, coming back together nicely. It's also having the upgraded fan. And it's all going back. This is its engine. Again, 3.8. We've got a lot of those in at the moment. Upgraded gearbox on the back, 5-speed. Lovely, lovely to see. Yeah, there we go. So I've been working here for about a year now. Loved it, loving it. It's really good stuff. Being at the academy is great. You get to work on all sorts of vintage things. It's you know, it's just a joy, really. And the room around the engine is even better than a modern car, so you cannot complain. It's really nice. This isn't one of our restorations, this is just a custom car. This has just had an engine rebuild, so quite another big job. This is an interesting one. We dug this out of a lockup in London. This is the state we found it in, but buried under piles and piles of rubbish, hence the cracked windscreen and the rest of the mess. Luckily, it's quite an original car. None of it's really been messed about with, surprisingly. It's a Series 2, 1968, I think. This one. Very cool. Very rare you see all of this intact and unmessed about with. It's nice. Came with all the parts you see inside, including that horrible 1990s steering wheel. But what can you do? And its carburetors there. We do have the engine. Engine's out the back. Wasn't present in the car when we took it in. So let's show you this one. This is another Series 1, 4.2 this time. Lovely looking thing. This is having a full respray. So I've had to take all the chrome off, take the windscreen out, doors off, had to peel back the seals, seal trim, all the glass out, badges off, bumpers off, you name it, we've done it. And yeah, gonna have a full respray. There's a few imperfections in the paint. It's quite an old paint job now, getting a bit tired, so it's worth doing. Get rid of this aerial hole. Fill that. This is one of our most recent restorations. CB, we call it. Series 1, 4.2. Immaculate. It really is incredible. Grey, red interior. It's a lovely colour combination. Quite a common one. I did a bit of work on this. This was finished about when I was starting, a few months in. So I didn't do a huge amount, but luckily I did get to do a few things. Really pleased with how this one came out. Really nice. Those are upgraded seats, so a lot more comfortable, a lot more support. Really, really good. They work a lot better, truth be told, than the originals. Show you another car I've been doing. This is a Series 3 V12. Lovely engine to look at, not so nice to work on, but it's all quite manageable. This one's been modified to receive fuel injection, probably from an XJS at some point. Works quite well. Does it make it more fuel efficient? I'm not sure. We've been installing a seatbelt modification to this. So instead of the fixed seatbelts you'd usually see, these now have an inertia reel. It's partially my own design, inspired and helped by a lot of people. It's fun. I like doing stuff like this. Bit of engineering, bit of fab work. It's nicer than just doing oil changes and changing tyres all day. Definitely more interesting. This will all be hidden behind trim when it's finished. And a lot more safe than the original seatbelts, so you can't complain there. Modified steering wheel, it's easily removed. And the doors have come off this because the hinges got repinned. Another thing we do. This has had a Webasto Windsor roof put in at some point, Tudor roof even, and some say it gives you the best of both worlds. V12, as you can see. So yeah, that's the workshop and everything we do. So, like I say, great fun being an apprentice. Get to work on a variety of stuff. It's always interesting. We're at college on block release a lot of the time, and yeah, it's just great fun. And you know, just being an ETUP specialist, you can't go wrong with that really. So there you have it. All right, thank you very much. Cheers.